All right, we had a really good showdown. Two of the team's best and premier teams with some of the league's most premier players. Early to start the game, the Pistons came out kind of flat, and then there was I think, an injury situation with Asar Thompson. I don't think, came back into the game, so that's an injury to watch. Nice young player. Hopefully he's all right, but the injury did look pretty nasty. Not sure if it was like his knee buckling or an ankle situation, but he did get a pretty bad bend, kind of putting a lot of torque shifting his weight to one side as he was attacking the rim. So we'll probably get an injury update at some point soon, and hoping for the best for him. Nice young player. We do really like him and his game. To kind of follow up with this one, the Spurs win 121 to 106. I think the difference maker in this game probably boiled down to the paint points. The Spurs were getting whatever they wanted down there in the restricted area, and I think a lot of that kind of calls back to where you decide to run your offense and how a guy like Victor Wembanyama just gets the looks. And he doesn't even necessarily have to score within that position. I mean, he can dish from outside of that, right? They can go work from inside out, and they've got some shooters that can hit some shots. And they've got slashers, so that gives them an added wrinkle and dynamic. And they were able to get some contributions tonight. I thought Champagny was pretty good. He was 3 of 6 from the field. He was, giving you a little bit on the glass. When Wembanyama had like 16 rebounds, typical defensive presence was definitely there. He had 5 blocks. De'Aaron Fox was really effective in terms of scoring the ball. Stephon Castle and Vassell did a nice job of distribution, I think, especially with Castle running the point. They played their full slate of minutes off the bench. Keldon Johnson was good, but I can't really say much else. Dylan Harper had some run, played about 20 minutes. And then for the Pistons, with Asar Thompson out, you get some extended run for the bench. There were some guys like Karis LeVert who probably got some extra run, but wasn't able to really do much. Javonte Green got some additional minutes possibly. Isaiah Stewart seems to be back in full rotation. He actually had a pretty good game, which is interesting because of the center position there. So, solid game from, I would say, probably the shooting for Duncan Robinson. Although his defense, he's probably the weakest defender on the team. He still is a threat from 3. Only took 4 3-point attempts. You think he'd get more looks. Jalen Duren was limited. I don't know. He only played 12 minutes. I'm wondering if there was an injury there too. Cade, basically volume, a lot of volume. He had 26 attempts, only made 10 shots. Was able to make the 3-ball, 4 of 7. Did have 8 dimes with 4 turnovers, worth mentioning. So you kind of want to see guys, fully healthy. You see, Asar going down. That definitely impacts the game because he's going to have the task of guarding a guy like De'Aaron Fox, right? And then what De'Aaron Fox does for you, he goes off for 29 points, right? So that makes his life a little bit easier. Cade probably has to step up and do some of that defending as well. So it does kind of change the dynamic. So the Spurs win, and, clearly with the injury to Asar, it does change kind of how you think about the game and how it could have gone. But the Spurs are good, and I know they recently lost the game to the Knicks, and they may have lost another one in between. I'm not sure. But the Pistons are still one of the better teams in the league. We'll see what that injury situation is with Thompson. But the Spurs keep chugging along. Man, that's a team that I think is just looking to maintain good momentum to close out the year and then get ready for the playoffs, get ramped up, keep Wemby healthy, keep him on right. He's just, you see him, man, it's just not fair. He's just blocking everything. Here he is in transition, good decision with the ball, right? He's not really going to be stopped down there like that. So that's what they're going to do, man. That's what they're going to do. This is going to be a very interesting team to watch in the playoffs, both of them, right? This is a nice matchup for us to see. Anyways, if you watched the game, let me know what you saw. Who impressed you the most? Drop me a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.